welcome to challenge 2, day 2. So part of our warm-up today, you will already have walked your dog around, hopefully, however that is, around the house, around the garden. You can do the very first warm-up that we did last time, which was your circling and figure of eights, and now we're going to bring in what's called a dynamic stretch into this. Part of warming up your dogs for exercise or activity is mimicking some of what you're going to be doing, because if you can mimic what you're going to be doing, you're stretching and warming up the correct muscles and getting the joints ready for it. So with that in mind, today's warm-up specifically is going to be a front paws up stretch. Okay, now with dynamic stretching, what we're doing is letting the dog stretch to their best ability. So we don't place them, we don't guide them as such, we don't hold them in position at all. It's all down to your dog doing the stretch themselves. Okay, so Merlin is going to show you here with our little castle of fitness things how to do a dynamic stretch off like this, and it's simply front paws up, couple of seconds, off, or stay there, good boy, and then back off again. Now that's quite a high position. Okay, Merlin does do this a lot. He's very good at doing his front paws up. Off you come. So just to show you with something a little bit lower down, I've got one of Ripley's beds here. Please. Ripley's now sitting on. So it's just a raised bed, but it's just to give you an idea. Go Merlin. Pause up. Good. So it hasn't got to be high. Off you get. And pause up. And then she can stretch as much as she wants. I'm holding the treat higher than my dogs, because that way they can get a nice natural stretch. And we're stretching out the cervical spine, we're stretching out and using the back legs, we're using the front legs, shoulders, hips, pelvis, feet, toes, hell of a lot in these stretches here. There's a good girl, that's nice. And we're looking for a nice we're looking for a nice straight back. Good girl, as we do it. If you haven't got anything at all anywhere that your dogs can put their paws on, what's that? Go. Okay. You can use you if need be. Okay, so you can use yourself like that, or an arm if needed. Okay, so you can use yourself if you want to. But stairs in your house, step in the garden, you know, a box, something that's not slippery, anything like that at all. And all we're doing is asking your dogs to put their paws on, hold the pose, call them back off again, not too high. They don't need to be there for very long. If they've never done this before ever, then you might just be getting like maybe a paw first, and that's fine. They might be unsure, so they might try and get on and get straight back off. That's fine. Okay, if need be, just use a very short book, something that's not too high up, and they can just start getting some confidence with that one. But your first dynamic stretch to go with your second day of warm-ups is going to be front paws up stretch. So that's just literally front paws up on an item and then getting that nice stretch. Starving, you know, aren't you? Okay, and then we can move on to our next exercise.